You are a champion.
Daddy, it's tomorrow Saturday. It's tomorrow Saturday.
Because she wanted to spend the day with you, right?
It's the only day we saw each other.
I was a stressed out corporate slave. I never saw my family, John. John, take it, he said take it, he said take it, he said take it! Hey, it's Sam Crowley. I want to welcome you back to the Sam Crowley Show. Just a quick hit video. It's the end of the year. It's December 27th. As of the day of this recording, December 27th, 2012. We are 5 days away from the 1st of 2013. I mean, it's been an amazing year. 2012 has been a freaking amazing year for me. And I know it's been an amazing year for you when you really tally up all the great wins you had. I mean, think back. Think back to January this year. What were you doing? You know? Who were you with? Who were you spending time with? What were you doing to earn money? What were you doing to learn? You know, February, March, April, May. It's just been an amazing experience, I'm sure, for you. Has it been challenging? Look, let me tell you something. Both hands in the air. Every day is a challenge, right? Getting up on the right side of the ground, staying vertical, staying healthy. And I look back and I just want to share some of the really unbelievable, awesome things that have happened. Just real quick, just 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes, because when you think about it in these contexts, it really didn't have anything to do with money. It had nothing. My year, the amazing year that's ended right now, is the best year I've ever had in my entire life. And it had nothing to do with making money. Now, money came as a result of the value that I was able to add, also as a result of the people that I was able to network with. And I think that's one of the biggest keys. I say all the time that your network creates your net worth. Think about it. Who are you hanging around? You know, I really do believe that line that, I don't know where I heard it, you probably heard it. Look at your 4 closest friends. Look at what they make every day, earn annually. Look at what they earn annually, and you're probably within 10% of that. You know, back when I was in a job, when I was earning 30 grand as a sales rep, 60 grand as a sales rep, 100 grand as a sales rep, 110 or so as a division manager with stock options and all that stuff, I was earning right in 10% of who I hung around. I hung around sales reps, I hung around managers, I hung around other C-level execs, people like that. That's what I earned. Not until I became an entrepreneur did my income really skyrocket. You know, I used to think $100,000 a year was a lot of money until I made $100,000 in an hour speaking from stage. And that's just a shift in your mindset, just who you hang around. You know, I went from having people I used to work with in my cell phone, this thing right here, to it's amazing having Mark Victor Hansen, the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul, in my cell phone. Not that I would ever dial you, Mark, don't worry, I'm not going to abuse that. Les Brown, and just people like that, man. I mean, my life has turned around in 7 years, but just this year, okay, just this year alone, I've been to London for the very first time. Never been to London. I met my dad in May. Haven't really met my dad. He left my mom to raise 8 kids when I was 3 months old or so. He came back and forth every now and again. The video's on my YouTube channel. Make sure you're a subscriber, by the way, at my YouTube channel. I'm always posting great personal development videos for you, because I know how hard life can be. I know how hard it's been for me, but I think I've had it pretty damn easy compared to a lot of people. I'm not paralyzed. I'm still alive, which is always good. I've got my health. My kids have their health. My wife is healthy. Is business challenging? It's always challenging. Anytime you take a step out and be different than everybody else out there, it's going to be challenging. What's more challenging? Blazing your own trail, becoming an entrepreneur, writing your own paycheck, or punching a clock every day, being part of the 80% of the people who are not fulfilled every day because they're going to do something that they don't really want to do. You know, every day is Saturday was built for people who can look up at the clock and say, I can't believe that I have to stop doing what I'm doing right now. That's how you know it's been a good year. So I met my dad for the first time in May. Went to the Kentucky Derby in May. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Rick and Katie, invited me down there. Went to the New Edition concert. You think, New Edition? How shallow. Man, let me tell you something. I was front row New Edition, April 30th, 2012 of this year in Toledo, Ohio. Bought the ticket on StubHub the night before and just drove up. Loved it, man. Loved it. An incredible thing. And then all throughout the summer, went to Nashville to see my brother, brought the kids down there. In September, spoke at an event in LA. Awesome. Thank you, World's Greatest Marketing Seminar, T. Harbecker, Peak Potentials. You guys are awesome. And I lost a couple really good people in my life this year as well. Carla Zandi, Carla Schemblin, died of breast cancer. Great battles that she put up for 5 or 6 years, but completely heartbroken. In the month of July, I went back to my hometown of Bradford to Carla's funeral and saw some really good friends I haven't seen in a long time, but a horrible way to see old friends, to see a 45-year-old beautiful mother, daughter, sister, die on her birthday, July 21st. That was very difficult. My buddy Fletcher lost his brother Eric recently this past month. He was 42 years old. You know, for every yin there's a yang. It seems like for every really good thing that happens, Newtown, Connecticut, horrible, horrible. You know, those children and the 6 adults that were killed. But you got to keep pressing on, right? I mean, you can't live your life in fear. And I used to think that would never happen to my family until Newtown happened, until I lost a really good friend to cancer and things like that. And I started thinking, you know, I'm going to stop taking for granted everything that I do have, you know. So all those wins I added up this year, you had the same wins. Look, if you just woke up on the right side of the ground, like I said, and you could afford to pay your rent, pay your mortgage, put food on your table, get in a car that's heated in the wintertime, that's cool in the summertime, you can go walk to a park. You know, one of the greatest things I love doing is taking my dogs for a walk or throwing the tennis ball with them. It doesn't cost any money. See, the best things in life really are free. So as we look into 2013, help plant a church this year. Let me tell you something, man. That was just something in my eye, actually, that keeps bothering me. Planting a church was amazing. Being part of that whole process. I get up every morning on Sundays at 7 a.m. and all I do is I just hook up. Nobody lets me do anything else, really. I'm not charged with any real responsibility except hooking up all the audio and video stuff. And they may let me work the camera during church, but just to see the whole blessing that this movement's become for people here in my hometown of Loveland, Ohio is really awesome. Doesn't cost anything to volunteer at your church either, but boy, it's just to see other people plant a church. I mean, you talk about going out, Shane and Matt and Mark, the 3 pastors at Branch's Church here where I go, to go and take that leap of faith. I mean, you talk about being able to see the unseen. It's amazing, you know. Again, no money involved there, just servants. Awesome to be able to do that. So as you look forward to this year, what do you do? Yeah, how do you make 2013 the best year ever, right? It's so cliche. But I really believe that when you look back a year ago, I was living in New York State, in a small town, Springville, New York. We loved it there, but we made the change to come to Cincinnati again, our home. We had rented out for a while, and now we're back here. Just a decision we made, you know, because we can do pretty much what we want to do. I'm not tied to a job. Because 7 years ago, I made the ultimate decision to cut the cord and to go out on my own. And as you look forward to this upcoming year, make decisions that are going to make you uncomfortable. The thing you fear the most is the thing you need to do the most. You know, if you fear making that leap, if you fear, you know, networking and getting out and meeting new people, or maybe rekindling relationships, like I reached out to my dad, you know, think about emailing, say, "Hi, Dad." Never said that in my life. You know, I've never said that. I just talked to him for Christmas, called to wish him a Merry Christmas. Never called my dad ever on Christmas. But what the hell, man? You live one time. You know, you're going to hold back that animosity. You're going to keep that animosity and all that stuff here. Like I say, it's like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. It really doesn't affect them. It affects you the most. So I've made some pretty big strides in this past year. And each year I try to push the envelope even more. I have no idea what 2013 is going to hold, but let me tell you something. It's going to be pretty wild. It's going to be pretty wacky. And those of you that know me and follow this YouTube channel, you know I do some pretty crazy stuff. But that's what's called living. That's what's called living. You got to start living, man, or you're dying. Do something every day that you just, it's like, oh my God, I'm so afraid. I don't need to be jumping out of an airplane. Well, I think I'm going to do that in 2013. I'm going to jump out of a perfectly good airplane. You need to do stuff that, man, it just makes you really uncomfortable, you know, but you look back and you're going to say, damn, that's pretty awesome. I didn't think I had it in me. That's what it's all about, right? I mean, you just keep pushing it. You don't think you have this stuff in you, but you do. You do. And I know you've got greatness inside of you. You have to stop sabotaging that with how you speak to your mind and how you speak to other people. And also, conversely, stand guard at the entrance of your mind and don't let other people put that negative crap inside of it. Somebody being negative, you don't got to call them names or anything like I do. You just walk away. Just walk away. And say, I'm making a difference. I'm making a decision today that no longer are you going to impact my life. No longer are you going to sabotage my dreams. You know what? The hell with what you think. Everybody's got an opinion and it's so damn cheap, you know. Haters are going to scream about your failure. They'll whisper your successes. Trust me on that one. And if you don't have haters, then you're not even doing anything. I mean, you're not even really worthy of being online or offline in a business or going for it. Get yourself a few haters. Lock them up, man, you know. Tally them up. The more you got, the better you're doing. Okay, let me tell you that much right now. But in all seriousness, thank you for being a subscriber at everydaysaturday.com. However we connected, I don't know. However we did, I'm very thankful. I feel very grateful. I've got a loyal following out there that includes you. And I'm also excited for you in this upcoming year that you are going to have the most incredible next 12 months. That is going to be challenging. It's going to be a bit shaky. It's going to be very empowering. It's going to be very inspiring. It's not always going to be great because life isn't like that. The great Jim Rohn said you need the clashing of those cymbals, those low notes to offset those happy high notes and to make for a perfect symphony. That's what life is. It's a perfect symphony. So when times get tough and you get down, maybe you've lost a loved one this year as well, understand that that's life, right? And you have to understand how you've got to adjust that. But you can't steer a ship that isn't moving, all right? If the ship's just sitting in the harbor and not moving, it's not really built, you know? It's not really doing anything. It's not going. And oh, by the way, speaking of that metaphor with ships, you know, a good ship knows how those rough waters are, you know? Doesn't those sailors, right? The seamen that are out there in the sailing, rough seas build great sailors, all right? Smooth seas, not so good. So when the seas get rough, understand it's just a test. Saying, how bad do you want it, baby? How bad do you want it? I want 2013 so bad for you. I want you to feel what I'm feeling. I wish I could give you a pill that I take every day to just so you can understand that this ex-stuttering college dropout, this guy that was laughed at, mocked, ridiculed for going out on his own and actually trying to make every day Saturday for others, I'm here to say it's okay. All right? I've been out there a little bit. I've been out on the fringes, and it's a lot of fun. Come on out and join me this upcoming year. All right? My name's Sam Crowley. If there's anything I can ever do for you, email me at sam@everydayissaturday.com. Plug into my podcast regularly, samcrowleyshow.com, and make sure that you make 2013 your best year ever.